Fort Worth, Texas, where the secret's in the soul. Home to Hogan, birthplace of legends, and now the beating heart of the college game.
Go Frogs!
This is where history meets the future. Welcome to the capital of college golf. Why is Fort Worth, Texas called the capital of college golf? For starters, you need history, and Fort Worth has it. It's where Ben Hogan was born and raised, and where Colonial Country Club has hosted the PGA Tour's longest-running event at the same venue. Today, Fort Worth is home to two of the most elite college tournaments, the men's Ben Hogan Collegiate Invitational and the women's Charles Schwab Collegiate Invitational. And it doesn't stop there. Fort Worth's Colonial Country Club also hosts the prestigious Ben Hogan Award, honoring the nation's top college golfers each year. History, tradition, and championship golf. That's why Fort Worth is the capital of college golf. Let's go back in time for a second. Fort Worth's Glen Garden Country Club is where Nelson and Hogan honed their game.
Well, from a historical perspective, it goes way back to Ben Hogan and to Byron Nelson as young kids who caddied at Glen Garden, who began to play there at Glen Garden. Two of the most recognizable names, not only in Texas golf, but in the world of golf. And it all started here in Fort Worth.
Glen Garden will always have its stake in Fort Worth's golf story, but it's Colonial Country Club that became the anchor, the heart at the center of it all.
Hi, I'm glad to be here today. My name is Marty Leonard, and my father built Colonial Country Club in 1936.
Not only did Marty's father build the Colonial, but her father's relationship with Ben Hogan is something she's always cherished.
He was my father's good friend.
She says the best picture of their relationship is written inside the front cover of one of Hogan's books, hand-signed and gifted to her father.
And the inscription in the front of it says, "To Marvin Leonard, the best friend I will ever have."
Hogan goes on to write,
"If my father had lived, I would have wished him to be just like you."
It goes without saying that it's pretty special to Marty, and would be to her late father Marvin, that the Ben Hogan Award is based out of the Colonial Country Club.
I think anytime you name something after Ben Hogan, you better bring the best.
You know, the Ben Hogan Award is the top collegiate award given to college golfers.
To me, it's a body of work. It's not just one hot week, if you will. It's how good were you and how consistent were you throughout the season.
We celebrate the award with a black tie event with the 3 finalists. Our most recent champion is Luke Clinton. We've had tremendous champions in the past: Sahith Tagala, Victor Hovland, Maverick McNeely, Ricky Fowler. The list goes on and on. We do have 2 golfers who have won it twice. John Rahm from Arizona State was the first, and then Ludwig Ahlberg from Texas Tech.
Just to be in that same category as them in some way or form is really cool, and something that I'm super proud of.
From the Ben Hogan Award to a men's collegiate invitational carrying his name, the epicenter of college golf is starting to take shape.
The Ben Hogan Collegiate Invitational is an event here at Colonial Country Club that has one of the best fields in college golf. And it was an opportunity for Colonial to bring the best college teams in the country to play at this iconic golf course. I think the premise of putting this thing together was to expose the best young players in the country to a tour quality golf course where they could get treated the same way tour players are when they come and play in the Charles Schwab Challenge.
You know, one of the great privileges of TCU is that we get to help host the Ben Hogan Collegiate Invitational. It's been traditionally the toughest strength of field in all of college golf. Colonial is a phenomenal host in doing that and giving the elite college players the ability to play a PGA Tour golf course.
And soon, the Colonial will become the new home of TCU men's and women's golf programs, further illustrating Colonial's commitment to college golf.
The partnership that TCU Golf has with Colonial is really unmatched in college golf. There's a lot of great facilities across the country, but none of them can really claim to be at a PGA Tour venue, especially one with the history of Colonial.
Just as it supports TCU's teams, Colonial also plays host to an elite competition on the women's side, the Women's Charles Schwab Collegiate Invitational.
It has one of the best fields in women's college golf. And last year we had the winner individually was Anna Davis from Auburn. Shot 64 on the final round here.
So I came out to watch the women's tournament this year, and I think I was just in awe of the event and the fact that you have the best women's teams playing here at Colonial in Fort Worth is a big deal.
Impressive golf and a home run for Charles Schwab and for Colonial Country Club.
And Colonial's role in women's college golf is about to grow even more, with early plans taking shape for a distinguished new women's award designed to mirror the stature of the Ben Hogan Award.
I don't know if I can say too much about it, but I think it's coming in the near future, and I'm really excited about it.
At the center of it all, whether awards, tournaments, or future plans, is a spirit of philanthropy. Our time with these remarkable Fort Worth locals showed us that it's always been about giving back and lifting up the next generation.
You know, you've heard talk about Marvin Leonard, who started this club, and one of the things that he wanted this group to be was always be philanthropic and always be community minded. And so because of that, Fort Worth Colonial Charities has a charge with all of our events to have some charitable benefit, if you will. And so again, trying to be impactful is what this is all about.
Our rich golf history is why, in my opinion, the future is so bright.
You have to have history. You have to have tradition to be considered to be the capital of anything.
You know, when I hear Fort Worth described as the capital of college golf, it brings to mind obviously the Ben Hogan Collegiate Invitational, the Charles Schwab Women's Invitational that's taking place, the Ben Hogan Award, and then hopefully here very, very soon the announcement about a Women's College Award.
I just can't think of any other city, any other place that offers such great diversity of college golf.
And it's become kind of, if for lack of a better term, the capital of college golf, really.
Welcome to the capital of college golf, Fort Worth, Texas.
Welcome to the capital of college golf.
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 From legends of the past to the next generation rising from these fairways, Fort Worth doesn't just host the game, it defines its future.